retirement happens, and I will not be retiring anytime soon because I spent all my money in Europe on the vacation. No, it was actually very nice. So we'll do that on the weekends, and then Kevin joins us every once a week or so on the show to sort of help us out with different helpful hints. And I often say, Kelly Jackson, right now the tax season's over with, and you've gotten your refunds and you've paid your bills, and now you don't have to worry about taxes again until next April. No. Now's the time to talk about taxes in 2018 and 19 and 20, because if you talk to Kevin Lloyd, he's a financial planner as well as a tax expert, and he can merge the two together. Good morning, Kevin Lloyd.
Good morning, McGraw and Kelly. How you both doing?
We're doing good. First, let's remind people you have another tax workshop coming up.
I do. I have a tax workshop next week. It's May 22nd at 6 p.m.
And you still have space for that?
I do not have space. No, actually, we're just slightly overbooked for that.
All right. And then you're going on hiatus, right? You're taking a couple of weeks off, so there'll be no tax seminars the next couple of weeks.
That's right. I'm going to do a little traveling next month, towards the end of the month, so I've decided not to do any workshops.
All right, you're allowed.
For the month of June or July, but, who knows? I kind of miss them, so we'll see what happens.
All right, one of the things we often say on the show on the weekends when retirement happens is that if you're paying taxes on your Social Security, oftentimes you're doing that when you don't need to be paying taxes. Explain that.
Well, what I find is that, Social Security is a tax-free benefit. So if you're paying tax on Social Security, you did something that's causing you to pay tax on Social Security. The IRS, when they look at Social Security being taxable or not, they have this calculation that's called provisional income. As long as you can fall within the provisional income limits, you don't pay tax on Social Security. And in our workshop, we actually go through that to try to help people understand how to have incomes, even having incomes as high as $100,000 and not paying tax on Social Security. So if you are paying tax on Social Security, I'd like to know why. And if there's something I can do about it, because I don't want to look back 10 years from now and say, hey, I could have not paid tax on Social Security and for the last 10 years. So, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything to keep my money. In fact, last night on the way home, I made a phone call to somebody hypothetically. They had sent me an email and asked me a question about Social Security. He said, hey, Kevin, I'm 66. My wife's going to be 66 in December. We're working with one of those firms that's on every corner, and they're telling us just to delay our Social Security all the way up to the age of 70. And I said, well, that's a strategy. That's something you could do. And he said, I've heard your show, and you've talked about some other strategies. What could we do? And I said, well, let me just ask you, what is your wife's check? Well, she said, well, my wife's check's $1,100 a month when she turns 66 this December. Mine's going to be $2,500 a month, and I'm 66 now. I said, well, one option could be is that she just goes in and applies now since she's retired. She'll get about 96% of that $1,100, which would be $1,063. So she's going to give up like $37. I said, but when you go in, you can apply for a restricted application on the spousal benefit only, which will still allow you to go to 70 on your benefit, and you'll get those 8% delayed credits. I said, your check's going to be $550, so you get paid, she gets paid, and then when you're 70, you can switch back to your benefit, and your check's no longer $2,500. It's $3,300 a month. I said, so you both will be getting approximately close to about $4,500 a month because her check's going to bump up a little bit too.
All right, Kevin, I'm short on time. I'm sure we're going to talk about this on the weekends show.
We'll talk about it, yes. We'll finish it up on the weekend show and everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over there.
No, that's all right. That's all right. That's a nice little tease. The point is this, is that if you have any questions about paying taxes on your Social Security, call you because you know what you're doing. 314-781-9000? No,
314-641-1010.
314-641-1010. 314-641-1010 or whenretirementhappens.com.